find a comfortable seat on your mat. Be sure to pull the flesh away from those sit bones so that you're starting off with a nice stable foundation. Draw the navel in towards the spine and allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Bring your shoulder blades together and down your back. Imagine putting those shoulder blades in your back pockets. And then place the hands on the thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. Start to become aware of your breath. And if it's okay for you, begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Start to bring the breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. So many yellow jackets. Eek! I think they like yellow. With each inhale, allow the spine to grow tall. And then as you exhale, you're going to keep the length in the spine, but just begin to relax your body. So you're relaxing the jaw, relaxing the shoulders, letting those knees just gravitate towards the earth. Joint mobility is the ability to display a full range of motion around a joint with control. Mobility exercises tend to have a calming effect and actually can help to reduce stress. Mobility exercises improve your range of motion. They help prevent the stiffness that can come along with other types of exercise like lifting weights. And these types of movements can also help heal the body from your higher intensity activities. Mobility work can help improve your posture and help to alleviate those everyday aches and pains. Now, I'm one of those people who is extra flexible. My ligaments and some of my joints are just made a little longer than they should be. So if you're like me, you may not need quite as much mobility work. You may need to balance that with some strength training to sort of give you the structure that your body needs. So we do everything to our own ability. And if there's anything that causes pain, you back off. If it's hard work where you're using your muscles and it's uncomfortable because your muscles are working hard, then you want to keep going. But anything painful, you want to back off. Let's bring our hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra, and we'll breathe together 3 times. On the 3rd exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the 3rd time together, inhale. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. So we'll start today laying on our back. So just lay down comfortably on your back. Legs can be extended out nice and long. Arms by your sides. So I want you to lift your arms so that the fingertips are facing the sky, and then just start to rotate the wrists. If you deal with arthritis, mobility work is really helpful to reduce that stiffness and pain. And then just reverse the direction of your wrist circles. Good. Let the wrists become still. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Clench the fists together. And then spread the fingers wide. So inhale, exhale, squeeze into a fist. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze to a fist. And one more time, we open. Lower the arms by your sides. As you inhale, the arms come up overhead until the thumbs touch the space behind you. As you exhale, arms come back down by your sides. So you're moving with your breath here at your own pace. On the inhale, arms come up. And on the exhale, arms come down. The next time the arms are by your sides, you can pause there. Draw the right knee into the chest and then press the sole of the foot to the sky. So here, you're just going to bend the knee and straighten the leg. Bend the knee, straighten the leg, reaching through the heel. 2 more times. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten. So we're going to keep that right leg straight and just start to rotate at the right ankle. So the classes that I teach right now are approximately 1 hour long. And to be honest, reverse the direction of your foot circle. It's kind of hard to warm the body up enough in a 1 hour class to get into some of the deeper poses. But if we carefully select how we warm up, that can help. So go ahead and lower that right leg. Draw the left knee in towards the chest and then press the sole of the foot up towards the sky. Start to make your circles. Oh, actually, let's do our knee bends first. So you're going to bend the left knee and then straighten the leg, reaching through the heel. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten. 2 more. Good. So you're going to keep the legs straight. Start to make your circles with the ankle. Reverse the direction of that rotation. Lower that left leg to the ground. Draw both knees into the chest and then press the soles of both feet up towards the sky. So here you're going to point your toes, feel that nice stretch in the fronts of the legs and the feet, and then flex the feet. Feel the stretch in the backs of the legs. Point and flex. 3 more. Bend the knees, placing the feet on the ground, and you're going to bring your feet as wide as your mat here. Place the hands on the belly and just let the knees sway from side to side. So some areas of the body that we're working on today are the ankles, knees, hips, wrists, shoulders, and neck. All those places where we tend to stiffen up. There's a beautiful bird flying over me right now. Let those knees become still and then bring your feet to just hip width apart. Let the soles of the feet come together as the knees open up out to the sides. This is Supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle pose. And we're just going to let gravity do the work here and allow gravity to take our knees closer to the floor. Come back to your balanced breath if it's gotten away from you. The inhale and the exhale are equal. So this is Supta Baddha Konasana, a supine bound angle pose. This is the static version, and now we'll practice the dynamic version. So for the dynamic version, we're going to slowly bring our knees all the way up and then bring them back out. But we'll take 3 full breaths to bring those knees up. So on the first inhale, let the knees come up 1/3 of the way. Pause as you exhale. On the second inhale, the knees come up another 1/3. Pause here and exhale. On the third inhale, knees come all the way up, soles of the feet on the floor. Third exhale, soles of the feet come together, knees open up out to the sides. Inhale 1, knees come up 1/3 of the way. Pause, breathe. Inhale 2, knees come up another 1/3. Pause, exhale. Inhale number 3, knees come all the way up. And then as you exhale, soles of the feet come together as the knees open up out to the sides. Go ahead and do that 2 more times on your own. When you finish, you can hug those knees into the chest. Once the knees are hugged in, you'll place the right hand on the right knee and the left hand on the left knee. So we find ourselves in Apanasana, and we're going to practice the dynamic version. As you inhale, the knees pull away from the chest as your arms straighten. On the exhale, draw the knees back in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, knees pull in. Continue moving with your breath here. We do a lot of mobility work in yoga just because a lot of the poses happen to have a lot of mobility work. But if you're doing other physical activities like working out at the gym, you can do some of this mobility work as part of your warm-up. Helps to warm up those muscles. Hug those knees in once more. So keeping the knees hugged in, you're going to start to rock head to tail, and you can rock back and forth a few times, bringing yourself up, or you can just use your arms and push yourself up. And then we'll come to all fours, hands and knees. When we come to all fours, our knees are just hip width apart. They are slightly behind the hips. Hands are shoulder width apart and they are slightly forward of the shoulders. Fingers are spread nice and wide, and we press down through the fingers and the perimeter of the palms. That's to help keep the weight out of the wrists. Bring the awareness to the point between the shoulder blades and see if you can just relax. Notice that I have this arch in my back. If you're like me and have an arch as well, you're going to tuck that tailbone slightly as you draw the navel to the spine. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, shift your hips to your heels, your chest to your thighs, coming to extended child's pose. So those elbows are up off of the mat. As you inhale, come back up, all fours. So you're moving with your breath. Exhaling, back to child's pose. Inhaling up, all fours. Yeah, I think there might be little baby spiders all over my mat now. But that's okay. The next time you shift back to child's pose, pause there. Take a breath in. As you exhale, walk the hands out to the left as you bow out the right ribs. So you're bowing out the right ribs, taking your right hip back slightly, focusing on the breath. And then start to walk the hands back to center. And on the next exhale, you'll walk your hands out to the right, this time bowing out the left ribs. Walk the hands back to center and bring yourself back up to all fours. Step your right foot forward between your hands. And then as you inhale, your arms sweep up as the hips lower towards the mat. Keep that navel drawn in here. And then lower the hands to the inside of the right foot. So here you can press your knee into the shoulder, shoulder into the knee to give yourself a little stability. Place the left hand on the hip. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to twist to the left as you open up here. You can reach the arm towards the sky or keep the hand on the hip. Lower that left hand back to the mat, and then you'll begin to twist to the right. Again, hand can be on the hip, or you can reach the arm to the sky. Lower that right hand to the outside of the right foot. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift the hips back, the toes come up. And then as you inhale, shift forward, bending the right knee. Exhale, shift back, straighten the leg. Inhale, forward. 3 more on your own here. When you finish, you can place the sole of the right foot on the mat and then step that right knee back to meet the left. Take a moment, shift back to child's pose. And then as you inhale, come up, all fours. Take a step forward with the left foot. So these little baby spiders remind me, after my wedding, my sister told me that during our photos in the backyard that my veil was covered in baby spiders. It's like, thank you for waiting till after to tell me. On your inhale, arms sweep up as the hips lower towards the mat. Lower those hands to the inside of your left foot, pressing the knee to the shoulder, shoulder to the knee. Place the right hand on your hip. Take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to twist to the right. Again, you can keep the hand on the hip or reach it to the sky. Lower the right hand to the mat. Begin to twist to the left. Left hand to the hip or the arm reaches towards the sky. Slowly lower that left hand back to the mat, placing it to the outside of that left foot. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to shift those hips back as the left leg straightens, left toes come up off of the mat. Inhale, shift forward as you bend that left knee. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, forward. 3 more on your own. When you finish, you can just step the left knee back to meet the right and shift back to child's pose. You can rest in child's pose, crossing the forearms in front of you or bringing the arms back by your legs, whatever feels restful. Take this opportunity to come back to your breath, come back to the present moment. And then bring yourself back up to all fours, hands and knees. From here, we'll move into downward facing dog. So from all fours, curl your toes under. Start to shift the hips towards the heels. The knees lift as you press back, coming to downward facing dog. So we're just going to move dynamically in down dog for a moment, and then we will come up to standing. So start to bend your knees, go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come up, all fours. Curl the toes under. Shift the hips towards the heels. Knees lift as you press back. Once again, bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. Inhale up all fours. Curl those toes under. Shift back to downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. You can gently turn the head from side to side. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through the feet. Bring yourself up to Tadasana, mountain pose. So we'll stand in mountain pose with our feet just femur width apart. Shoulder blades are together and down the back. Imagine putting your shoulder blades in those back pockets. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky. As you inhale, the arms sweep up. Palms come together to touch. As you exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, arms sweep up, palms come together. Exhale, hands to heart. 3 more on your own. When you finish, you can bring the hands together at your heart, close your eyes, and just watch the breath flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Open your eyes. Bring the arms by your sides. Start to tip your left ear towards the left shoulder. Then you're going to draw the chin towards the chest, right ear to right shoulder. Chin towards the chest, left ear to left shoulder. So we're just making these half circles, going from side to side. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And then come back to a neutral neck, neutral spine. So we're going to do something that will help with our ankles, and I just want to make sure something's okay on my video here. Thank you. There you go. I just had a little message pop up. Everything seems to be working great. So the next thing that we're going to do does involve a little bit of balance. If you'd like to hold on to something, you're more than welcome. You don't have to, though. So we'll stand in Tadasana. On the inhale, you're going to come up onto the balls of the feet. Squeeze those calves. And then as you exhale, you'll lower the heels and lift your toes. So inhale, come up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, lower the heels as you lift the toes. Continue on your own. One more time. And now you can come back to Tadasana. If you have a strap, you're going to grab that. If not, if you have a scarf or a belt, you can use that. And if you don't have anything, that's perfectly fine. You're going to take a nice wide grasp on your strap, and if you don't have anything, you're going to pretend. As you inhale, the arms come up. And then as you exhale, arms lower. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms lower. So we're going to add on, and it's optional. So if it's okay for you, on the inhale, arms come up, and then on the exhale, you lower those arms behind you. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. So I'm just going to stick with the front right now because my left shoulder is feeling great and I don't want to overdo it. The next time the arms are by your sides, you can, or the arms lower, you can pause and just lower your strap to the ground. Take those arms out in front of you and just start to rotate the wrists. Reverse the direction of those wrist circles. Let the wrists become still, lower the arms by your sides. So again, the next thing we're going to do, some balance comes into play. You're more than welcome to hold on to something. Or hands come to the hips. So shift your weight over to your left foot, and you're going to lift the right leg, bending the knee. Bring that knee as high as you can as you open up out to the right. So we're making these nice big hip circles, moving that femur bone in the hip socket. One more. And then we'll reverse the direction. So you can feel how that standing leg is burning a little bit. We're building muscle there as we work on mobility on the right leg. Go ahead and lower the foot. You can shake the legs out a little bit if you need to. And then we'll shift that weight over to the right foot. Keep your knee soft. The left leg lifts as you bend the knee. Bring that left knee up as high as you can and start to open up to the left, making these nice big circles with the left leg. One more going this way, and then we'll reverse the direction. And one more. Nice job. So you can lower the feet. I can't remember if we did ankle circles, so we're going to do them again just in case. Just lifting that left leg, rotating the left ankle, reversing the direction, lowering the left, lifting the right leg. Start to make some circles with the right ankle, and then reverse. Good. Lower the foot to the mat. So come to stand at the top of your mat, and you'll stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. On the inhale, the arms sweep up. As you exhale, bend the knees as if you're just sitting on the edge of a chair. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to slide the hips back in your chair. Press down through the feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees, sit on the edge of your chair. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slide the hips back. Press down through the feet. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees. Take a breath in, and on your next exhale, you're going to slide the hips back. Press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, lower the arms. We're going to add on to that now. As you inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, bend your knees. Take a breath in and then slide the hips back. Press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up. This time, as you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward, bringing the fingertips down to the ground, even if you have to bend your knees. Bring yourself up halfway. You can allow your hands to slide up the shins. And then as you exhale, lower. Place the hands on your hips, press down through the feet, come back up to Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bend the knees, sit on the edge of your chair. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slide the hips back. Press down through the feet, bring yourself up. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, come up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through the feet, coming back to Tadasana. We'll do that once more. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. As you inhale, bring yourself up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Take the hands to the hips, press down through the feet, coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to move into Vrikshasana, tree pose. Knees are always soft here. Hands come to the heart. Begin to shift your weight to the right foot and really let the weight sink into that foot as you keep the knee soft. Your left foot becomes light. You can press it against your ankle, your calf, or your upper inner thigh. Just skip pressing it against the knee. So here, you're going to push your foot into your leg and push your leg into your foot. Find a gazing point, something not moving. It can be on the floor or across the room. And just allow your gaze to become soft as you watch the breath flow in through the nose and out through the nose. If you feel stable here, as you inhale, your arms can reach up and those tree branches can grow. And it's perfectly fine if you wobble and sway. If you come out of the pose, that's fine too. You can just get right back into it. Bring the hands back together, down in front of your heart. You can lower your left foot, shake the legs out, and then we'll do it again on the other side. So we come to Tadasana, hands together at the heart. Shift the weight over to the left foot. The right foot becomes light. You can press the foot against the ankle, calf, or upper inner thigh. We press the foot into the leg, press the leg into the foot. Find your gazing point, watch your breath. If you feel stable here, arms reach up, tree branches grow. Bring the hands back together, down in front of your heart. You can lower your right foot, shake those legs out. So next, you are going to come up onto the balls of the feet as the arms lift. Start to bend the knees, keeping the chest away from the thighs. Basically, we're going down into a squat. So if your knees cannot handle this, you can just come down to your mat. But you're slowly bending those knees, keeping the chest away from the thighs. Heels are up, and you're lowering all the way down. Bring your hands to your heart and bring the knees out like a V. So my heels are still up, my knees are out like a V. Then you're going to hinge forward at the hips, placing those elbows between the knees. Breathe here. Take your hands down to your mat. Place the knees on the mat. Shift back to child's pose and rest. Take this opportunity to come back to your breath if it's gotten away from you. On the next inhale, you'll come up to all fours, hands and knees. Exhale back to child's pose. Inhale up, all fours. Continue moving with your breath here. The next time you come to all fours, pause there. Take a breath in. As you exhale, round your spine towards the sky. And then as you inhale, let that belly draw down towards the floor, the bottom and the head towards the sky. Round the spine, coming to cat. And then let the belly draw down towards the floor, coming to your cow. Come back to a neutral neck, neutral spine, and then we'll come to lay down on our backs. So just lay down comfortably on your back, and once you get there, you can hug those knees into the chest, rock side to side. Place the soles of the feet on the mat and bring your arms by your sides, the palms face the floor. Draw the pelvic floor up and the navel in. Engage both glutes. Lift the hips, and then as you exhale, you can lower the hips. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, hips lower. The next time you lift those hips, we're going to hold the pose, making sure not to hold the breath. Slowly lower the hips to the mat. Draw the knees into the chest. Keep the knees drawn in, but bring the arms out like a T, the palms face the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to twist to the left. So you're tipping those legs over to the left. Left leg comes to the ground, right leg just rests on top of it. Focus on the breath. Start to draw the knees back up, and on the next exhale, you'll twist to the right. So you're tipping those legs over to the right. Right leg comes to the ground, left leg just rests on top of it. Start to draw the knees back up. Place your right hand on your right knee, left hand on the left knee. As you inhale, knees pull away from the chest, the arms straighten, and as you exhale, draw the knees back in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, knees pull in. Draw the knees in once more, and then place the soles of the feet on the mat. We will begin to move into Shavasana, which is our last pose. Feel free to grab anything that you need to be comfortable, if you want a blanket or anything like that. We will be in Shavasana for 5 minutes. And if Shavasana is something that is hard for you, typically it means you need it more. Some people just cannot lay still. their mind just is telling them, you're wasting your time, what are you doing? So if that's you, I want you to really try to stay in Shavasana for the full 5 minutes today. So you'll just come to lay on your back, legs extended out nice and long. Your arms will be by your sides and the palms face the sky. Allow the feet to just flop open. Relax your jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. And let the tongue just fall away from the mouth, the roof of the mouth. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of your surroundings once again and becoming aware of the body. You can start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and toes, rotating through the wrists and the ankles, turning that head gently from side to side, and then stretching through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. Nice full body stretch. And then roll to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed. If you'd like, you can use the arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Once you get there, you can bring those hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today.